Did you know that George Washington Carver, an African-American scientist and inventor, developed over 300 products from peanuts, including cooking oil, flour, and even a type of rubber? His innovative work not only revolutionized agriculture in the South, but also helped to promote crop rotation and sustainable farming practices. African-American inventors. George Edward Alcorn Jr. is an American physicist, engineer, inventor, and professor. Alcorn earned a Master of Science in Nuclear Physics in 1963 from Howard University after 9 months of study. After earning a PhD in molecular and atomic physics from Howard University in 1967, he went on to hold teaching positions in electrical engineering at Howard University and the University of the District of Columbia, eventually rising to the rank of full professor. Alcorn's best-known invention is the X-ray spectrometer, which earned him the NASA Goddard Space Flight Center Award for Inventor of the Year in 1984. Other significant inventions concerned plasma etching for semiconductor devices. In 1999, Alcorn was honored with an award from Government Executive Magazine for developing the Airborne LiDAR Topographic Mapping System in partnership with the Houston Advanced Research Center. Leonard C Bailey was an African-American entrepreneur, inventor, and banker. He founded one of the first African-American banks in the United States. Bailey was born in about 1825 to a free African-American family. Growing up in poverty, Bailey worked as a barber and built up a chain of barbershops in Washington, D.C. Bailey invented and received patents for a series of devices. These included a collapsible folding bed designed for easy storage and portability, an innovation adopted by the U.S. military, a rapid mail stamping machine used by the U.S. Postal Service, a device to shunt trains to different tracks, and a hernia truss adopted into wide use by the U.S. Army Medical Board. Bailey had to escape from a military camp after there was an attempt to capture him as a slave while he was dropping off his inventions. Andrew Jackson Beard was an African-American inventor who introduced 5 improvements to the automatic railroad car coupler in 1897 and 1899. Born in about 1849, Andrew Beard spent the first 15 years of his life as a slave on a small farm in Eastlake, Alabama. A year after he was emancipated, he married and became a farmer in Pinson, a city just outside Birmingham, Alabama. After working in a flour mill in Hardwicks, Alabama, Beard built his own flour mill, which he operated successfully for many years. In 1881, he patented a new double plow design that allowed to adjust the distance between the plow plates, which he later sold in 1884 for $4,000, equivalent to $140,000 in 2024. After the sale of his first patent, Beard returned to farming. Sarah Boon was an African-American inventor who obtained United States patent for her improvements to the ironing board. Boon's ironing board was designed to improve the quality of ironing the sleeves and bodies of women's garments. She was born into slavery and barred from formal education. Sarah was educated by her grandfather at home. On November 25, 1847, she married James Boon, a free black man in New Bern, and was granted freedom from slavery. They had 8 children. Thomas L Jennings was an African-American inventor, tradesman, entrepreneur, and abolitionist in New York City, New York. He has the distinction of being the first African-American patent holder in history. He was granted the patent in 1821 for his novel method of dry cleaning. Thomas developed his dry cleaning process called dry scouring as a tailor. His customers often complained of their clothes being ruined by stains, so he started experimenting with different chemicals that could protect the fabric while removing stains. Jennings patented his process named dry scouring clothes on March 3, 1821. He earned a large amount of money as a tailor, and with his dry scouring invention, and spent the majority of his money on abolitionist activities. Jones innovated mobile refrigeration technology. He received 61 patents, including 40 for refrigeration technology, and also revolutionized the cinema industry by creating a superior sound system for projectors at the time. Jones co-founded Thermo King and also served as a sergeant in World War I. Due to his contributions to refrigeration technology, he is called the father of refrigerated transportation and the king of cool. Lewis Howard Latimer was an American inventor and patent draftsman. His inventions included an evaporative air conditioner, an improved process for manufacturing carbon filaments for light bulbs, and an improved toilet system for railroad cars. In 1884, he joined the Edison Electric Light Company, where he worked as a draftsman. Before Lewis was born, his mother and father escaped from slavery in Virginia and fled to Chelsea, Massachusetts on October 4, 1842. The day they arrived in Boston, George was recognized by a colleague of his former slave owner and was arrested a few days later on October 20, 1842. George's trial received great notoriety. He was represented by Frederick Douglass and William Lloyd Garrison. He was eventually able to purchase his freedom and live with his family in Chelsea, Massachusetts. In 1876, Alexander Graham Bell employed Latimer, then a draftsman at Bell's patent law firm, to draft the necessary drawings required to receive a patent for Bell's telephone. Garrett Augustus Morgan was an American inventor, businessman, and community leader. His most notable inventions were a type of two-way traffic light and a protective smoke hood notably used in a 1916 tunnel construction disaster rescue. Morgan also discovered and developed a chemical hair processing and straightening solution. Like many African American children growing up at the turn of the century, he had to quit school at a young age to work full-time. Morgan hired a tutor and continued his studies while working in Cincinnati. His first invention made during this period was a belt fastener for sewing machines. Morgan also invented a zigzag attachment for sewing machines. Solomon Harper was an inventor known for creating the first electrically heated hair roller and 28 other inventions. During the course of his career, he struggled to receive recognition and compensation for his inventions. Harper was trained as an electrical engineer and was a veteran. He was a politically active communist and organized at least one march to picket the White House about unemployment in 1930. Who is your favorite inventor and why? Write the answer in the comments section, and thanks for watching.